video, I just start off with just regular hair. It doesn't have to be dirty or clean. And I spritz it with a little bit of water. As you guys can see, my hair is really brassy and really orange. I will actually be making and uploading a video next week on how I get all the brassy tones out of my hair, because this orange is a no-no. But back to this video, I just braid my hair in 2 straight backs. I know some people like it to be really, really flat, so they do 4 or 6, but 2 works just fine for me. And I use bobby pins and I crisscross them, because if I put them at the bottom, especially with a straight wig, you can see a big bulk. If you do a crisscross, it's kind of like evenly, I don't want to say the bulkiness is even, but it's kind of evenly coated around the backside of your hair, so there's not like a big bulge in the back. In the past, where I've just wrapped my hair up towards the bottom, or I've braided it in like a little bun, I just feel like there's a big bulkiness, and I feel like doing it this way just makes it nice and even. Typically, I don't use glue, but for this wig, I'm going to be using the Got To Be Glue spiking glue, and I'm going to place that all alongside of my edges and onto my hair, through my part, and on my hairline. For this wig, I will be actually placing it more onto my skin rather than my hairline, just because it is a straight wig and I want it to be extremely flat. I'm going to place it a little bit more forward than I typically would. Now, this is my mistake and the reason why I'm using glue. I ordered this wig way too small, so I'll actually be using the elastic bands and overlapping them to each corner so that it's extremely tight, because the wig was loose because I ordered the wrong size, and that was my mistake. I know your next question is probably how this wig has 4 clips so that it's secure and it won't fall off of your head. When I first placed it on my head, I put the front on first to make sure that my natural part and my wig part are aligned. Then I secure the clip on the bottom and make sure that the elastic bands are still tight in place. Because I have already put glue on my hairline, I want to gently place the wig on my hairline to make sure that it's exactly where I want it to be before I add any pressure. And this is not the first time that I have worn this wig, so the part already has concealer and I have already customized the hairline. You can see that before it wasn't as defined. If you want to see a bit, but just in case, I will go ahead and put the link to that video down below in the description box. So now that my wig is placed exactly where I want it, I'm going to just be a little bit extra and put a little bit more glue onto my hairline just to make sure that it's really secure. And you guys have to be careful because this glue will stick. So you want to make sure that your baby hairs or any of your edges that you don't want to be sticky and tacky are not near or by the glue, because it's going to dry very hard and tacky. And if you make the mistake of getting this on your baby hair or your hairline, it's going to be a mess. And after I have everything in place, just to apply extra pressure, I do tie this, which is actually for my robe, around my hair, but you could just use a wrap or whatever, a bandana, just to make sure that it's nice and in place. And I like to leave this in my hair while I actually straighten the bottom part. If you watch my other video, I'm in love with it. It's nice and silky. It's so full. There's no split ends. The blonde color is amazing. All the details for this wig are actually in my previous video. And after I finish straightening my hair, I just go ahead and take off my little robe tie. And like I've said before, you see how it got really, really dry and really flat? I don't like my hair to look extremely flat, so I just take a comb and I brush it out to make it look a little bit more smooth and natural. Some people like that super slicked down, straight look. I personally don't. If you do make a mistake and you do get a little bit on your baby hairs and it's a little bit dry and crusty, you can fix that. But I'm going to go ahead and take my concealer and my brush and just lightly put that into my part. Like I said before, this is not the first time that I wore this wig, so there is a little bit of concealer from my previous wear on this wig. And I just use my straightener, which I don't necessarily recommend. It's not a great straightener. And I just make sure that my part is nice and flat by just going over the part with the straightener. So if you make any mistakes and you do get the glue on your baby hairs, I use this eyebrow spoolie and put a little tiny bit of water on it and just brush out my baby hairs. It is glue, it is gel, so you're gonna have to brush it out until it's a nicer hair-like unsticky type of consistency. But it also works as edge control, so you know, you kind of get like 2 for 1, and you just brush it out until you have that desired look and it looks as natural as possible. I did not get this in the video, but you do want to run your finger or a brush across your part so that you blend everything out. So yeah, that's all there is to it. After you customize your wig, it's really easy to install the wig. Once you get used to it, get the hang of it, it takes no longer than 5 to 10 minutes. Thank y'all so much for watching my video, and I'll see you on the next upload.